Hi, welcome to this video on the Vlookup function. I am Dan Karo Izuzu for Tabs and Icon Consulting. In this video, we're going to learn how to use the Vlookup function to extract information from an Excel sheet into another sheet. Now, the Vlookup function basically is used to extract data from one location to another location. Now, let's look at the information we have here. We have here serial number down, employee number, name, location down to the age. Now in the second sheet we have few candidates with their employee number, and we have missing information about their location, their year of employment, as well as their age. Now what we're going to do is to use this information, look up the employee number in the second sheet and determine what location the employee belongs to, the year employed, as well as the age, because this information are also available in this sheet. But because of the size of this sheet, we will find it difficult to begin to trace one after the other. So that's exactly what Vlookup statement is going to help us to do. Now, to use the Vlookup function, two very vital features must be present in your data. One, there should be a unique value that pertains to only one entity within the database. Now, what we're talking about, if you look at this data, we have employee number. This is a unique value. There are no two employees that are going to have the same employee number. So we have the first criteria being that there should be a unique value met by this information. The second criteria is that the unique value must occupy the first column to the left of your selected data range. So if I'm going to use this to look up information in sheet 2, we're saying that for Vlookup to work, this particular information you're looking up must occupy the first column to the left of your selected data range. So if I move to list A, this sheet, that means I'm saying that I have got to highlight the whole of this place down. And you'll notice that this selected range, the employee number is on the first column to the left, which means the two requirements are met by this data we have here. So we can go ahead and apply our Vlookup to extract this information. Now the Vlookup function is written this way: equal to Vlookup, lookup value, which is the LV here, R is the selected data range, C is the column index of the required variable, that is our C here. What are we talking about? We're saying that location is a variable, year is a variable, age is a variable. Now, if I look at this particular list, I'm saying I want location. So if I come here, I'm going to say column 1, 2, 3, location is 3. So my C will be 3. If I need the year employed, I'll also come here and count 3, 4, 5. My C under year employed will be 5. So that is the C here. Now T is usually used where you are looking for approximate data. If you say, okay, if I can't find this information, then supply information on the next lower approximate value, by which case that data would have been sorted. So you use true. But if you're looking for exact value, you use F, which is false. Now, most functions in Vlookup will be using false because we'll be requiring exact value. So we'll just use this syntax and go cracking. So I'm going to say equal to Vlookup. I take this, it's asking me for a lookup value, which is our unique value here, and this is the value I'm going to look up. So I select this, which is our LV, take a comma, and it's asking me for table array, which is our range. Now our range of data is here, so I go to this sheet and I highlight. See, I'm not going to start highlighting from here because that won't be on the first column. So I highlight from here. I'm going to hold that fixed, absolutely, and I take a comma. Now it's asking column index number. Now we are working on location, so column index number will certainly be number 3. So I type in 3 and I take a comma. When I take a comma, it's asking me for true or false. Now we need the exact match, so I select false and I take my tab and I press enter. So this particular candidate, the location is Lagos. Now if we come here, we'll do the same thing and put our C to be 5. We get here, we also calculate what this one belongs and also change our C. But now that's going to be cumbersome because we need to calculate each time you need another variable. So what we're going to do is to use what we call the match function. Now, what does the match function do? This column is 3, so I can actually say equal to match. The match function will return the position of this particular location. I want to match this, which is the value, in the whole of this one. So I go here because this is where I was looking for the match, and I take exact match and I press my enter key. So it's giving me 3, so I can actually replace the 3 with this function. So what I'm going to do is I come here and I'm replacing this 3 with match, so that way I'm not going to be changing each time that I need to get another location. Comma, I look up this array, the whole of this array. I'm going to hold that fixed to. I take comma, I take exact match. Now I close that bracket and I have my false there. So I press my enter. Good. So now I have my match function to replace my column. Now, if I'm going to do this, I have to do the same thing again, but I need to copy down and copy to the right. Now, what I will do, I'm going to hold this B fixed for horizontal copy. So I'm just going to put a $sign before the B, so that when I copy across the row, the B doesn't change, but when I copy down, which is along the column, it will change. And I come to my C and I hold the C also fixed for horizontal copy. So I'm going to hold this C fixed here and I press my OK. So this way, all I need to do is to highlight the whole of this. I copy right and I copy down. I take Control right and down. So that is my report. So I have my location, I have my year employed, and I have my age. That's how to use the VLOOKUP statement. Thank you very much for listening. If you love this video, like our page and subscribe to this channel. Thank you and bye-bye.